Welcome to Emotions and Stories. Women take a lot of work on their shoulders without even others realizing it. They are the most silent workers in the society, in the family. And today's story is about one such woman. So let's begin at today's story: Housewife, Superwoman, or Suffocation. Every morning at 5:30, Mira's alarm rang. Not to wake her, but to remind her she didn't have time to rest. The kitchen came alive with the sound of pressure cooker, clanging utensils, and tea boiling over. Her husband's tiffin, father-in-law's sugar-free breakfast, daughter's water bottle, mother-in-law's medicine box, all remembered, all packed, all perfect. She often forgot to eat her own breakfast. Mira had mastered the art of invisibility. She wasn't the kind of woman people noticed. She was the one behind the scenes, making everything run like a clockwork. The laundry was always folded, dinner ready on time, birthdays remembered, bills paid, homework checked, guests greeted with warm smiles and hotter tea. And everyone praised her. Mira is the backbone of the family. She manages everything so effortlessly. She's a superwoman. Mira smiled every time, but each compliment felt like a thread tightening around her chest because what they called effortless was silently exhausting her. The thing about being called Superwoman is no one asks if you're tired. You're not allowed to be. She started skipping things she loved: her evening walks, her poetry journal, catching up with her college friends. She told herself it was temporary. But days turned into months, months into years. The more she gave, the more was expected. When she once forgot to pack an extra spoon for her daughter's lunchbox, her mother in law whispered at dinner, "Mira, you're usually so careful. Are you feeling all right?" No one noticed that her eyes had been swollen from crying the night before. On Sunday, while cleaning her cupboard, Mira found a crumpled paper, a note she had written to herself 5 years ago. "This year I will take care of myself too." She stared at the faded ink. She couldn't remember writing it. She couldn't even recognize that version of herself anymore. That evening, her daughter came running, waving a certificate. "Mama, I got this first prize in elocution. I said what you told me about never giving up and always speaking your truth." Mira hugged her tightly, but tears rolled down silently. How could she teach her daughter to speak her truth when she hadn't spoken her own in years? Her husband noticed her crying later that night. "Everything okay?" he asked. She opened her mouth to say, "No, I'm tired, I'm drowning, I don't feel like I matter unless I'm doing something for someone else." Instead, she said, "Yes, just a little overwhelmed." He nodded. "You always do too much, but we're lucky to have you." Another praise, another expectation. One day, her body gave her the message her voice couldn't. She fainted while preparing lunch. It wasn't dramatic, just a quiet fall against the refrigerator. But it was enough. Doctors said it was fatigue, nothing else, just exhaustion. Just? While lying in the hospital bed, IV drip in one hand, she stared at the ceiling and wondered, how had she, a girl with dreams, ended up here? How did she become someone who gave love but never received care? Who met everyone's need but had forgotten what she even liked? When her family came to visit, they told her to rest well. She nodded, but in her heart, something had shifted. That night, she asked the nurse for a pen and paper. She wrote just 3 lines on that paper. I exist beyond my roles. I need space to breathe. I will not apologize for putting myself first sometimes. When she came home, things were awkward. Her rhythm had changed. She said no to some of the things. She asked for help. She didn't make fresh rotis every night. She sometimes sat down with her tea before anyone else had eaten. And yes, the murmurs came. She's changed. She never used to be like this. She's become selfish. But something else happened too. Her daughter began packing her own bag. Her husband offered to cook once a week. Her mother in law asked her hesitantly, Want to go for an evening walk? Meera smiled, not out of obligation but because she wanted to. She hadn't become someone else. She was simply becoming herself. Because even superwomen need saving sometimes, especially from the idea that they should always be strong. I hope you enjoyed today's story. Do let us know in the comments what you think about it. Thank you.